And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailing?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The pickup, first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Bennett. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Akers And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle. When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. He'll return it from the 6. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Oh, boy, I can't hold your breath here because Justin Herbert, he appears to be in some discomfort after that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Here's Lawrence.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Up the middle they go. Biddle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Chargers to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly was told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle. And he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try to put some points on the board and create some space.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Another toe for Etienne.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal.
There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
Joseph's got it.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now it's Herbert. They will find Davis. That's complete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Lawrence to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them. And it
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
At the 46-yard line.
On second down, Spiller looking for space.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take it in short, steady bursts.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Spiller on the toss left side.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this effort will not get it done. He's stepped well short of the first down at the 29.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this up to about the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 31-yard line.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
70 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Parker Washington.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we're all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Charger offense making their way back out there.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They run behind center with Spiller.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st down, it's Bennett. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Number 34. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go, man. It's 1.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. It's 4th and 1. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Isaiah Spiller
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
He'll look to ETN to start things out. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Lawrence. Complete to Washington. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 60 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with first and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Here comes second down at 5. Right back to Spiller on second down.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On third down, it's Spiller.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Herbert.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. Pressure there on third down, forcing the pass. Fourth down coming up.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on fourth down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. time. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Lawrence
airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Handoff running left is Etienne. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Washington's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph.
This from long, very long range. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Lawrence will throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Chargers.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
84 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bennett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Bennett.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Chargers,
The victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.